So this is a quick video unboxing the new Vertex Gator bag. This is literally right out of the box. I just didn't want to haul out the box over here. We've got a little tag here that says Gator Vertex. Let's open it real quick, see what we've got. This is the smallest one out of their whole lineup. This is what it looks like on the inside. Pretty hefty bag, what you would expect out of a Gator transit case. Here in this, we've got this little strap or shoulder strap for the outside. We've got a couple of zip ties. These are the same ones that the rig doctor uses. We've got some 3M tape, and we've got the board. Let me open it real quick so you can actually see what it's got. This is just kind of like the unboxing portion of this video. Oh, that's cool. That's clean. So this is what it looks like. This is a pedal board. You're gonna see it well there. You can see that it's got two tiers. You can buy it in a couple different configurations. You can just get the base and then expand it with this. And I believe that the bigger ones also you can do the same thing. And with the bigger ones, one thing that's super cool, you can buy the smaller riser depending on how big of the riser you actually need. Because like I said, let's say if you're using an expression pedal, you don't need the riser to take up the whole space of the bigger ones, right? This particular board, I do want to have like the full riser. This is the smallest one, so it's the only option. That's kind of like how you would open it. This is just two magnets on the side, and they kind of like stick there. Pretty cool. It's a little bit different than like the regular Vertex ones that were made. This is a collaboration between Vertex and Gator, and so like it's a little bit taller here. Obviously has the Gator thing here. I'm excited for Gator as far as this new venture goes, really, because I think it kind of like marks a before and after as far as like their pedal board involvement in general, and just like how people will view some of their stuff out on the market. And I really do like their stuff. I've said it in the past in this channel. I mean, my Gator case, the guitar vault goes with me everywhere, anytime that I've got a gig. But yeah, I'm excited to put this one together. This is gonna replace my HX Stomp board. I'm gonna put the HX Stomp here and kind of like do a little bit of a bigger setup, inspired by Yannick Wistala, with a couple of external pedals. Yeah, I'll do the other portion of the video later today where like we actually build the board. And yeah, so I was trying out the pedals to see kind of like how they would fit. This is what I'm kind of thinking. This is going to be a hybrid board for bass and guitar. What we've got in there is actually, we're going to have in here, let me see if I can actually get it out here. So we've got these pedals over here. We'll do a full rundown. Let me step on this. We're going to have a compressor, Cali 76. This preamp, which is also a DI, that's why it's going to be there. So it'll actually fit for or work for guitar, but also mainly a bass preamp for, bass, obviously. But yeah, that's kind of like what I'm thinking as far as setup goes. Maybe, well, the power supplies should be going underneath, but I don't know. Maybe we'll put something over on the top, and then it's kind of like what I'm thinking as far as pedals go. Still kind of like, bouncing ideas off, but that's kind of like what it might look like. Hey, so I'm in the floor because I can't find space on my desk to put all of this pedal mess. Let's build this board. The whole idea behind this is to kind of like have a hybrid board where like I can use it with guitar and electric guitar, acoustic guitar, and bass, just for recording, playing out, and doing whatever. So my main idea is that this is going to be the main driver, the HX Stomp. So you already know I like to power it with a canvas, power HP, and then I do have the Strymon Ojai R30, which is just an expansion for a pedal board. And so what I do is give power from this to this, which by the way, yes, you can absolutely do. It's 24 volt out, 24 volt in. It works perfectly fine. Powering a couple of pedals from here. Last time I was using this, I was actually combining, again, an output for the Nano Cortex. I'm not going to be doing this in this particular board, so I'm going to take care of that. I need to find another one of these cables because I do think I'm going to use them all. But essentially, this is going to be the driver. I do plan on putting this one on here, the drop tuner, just because it's It's fantastic, and I'd rather use it externally than using it on the HX Stomp. Not because the one on the HX Stomp is bad, but because I want to be able to use DSP here for other stuff. This is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting. I want to have a boost. You kind of like need a boost, and the EP booster is fantastic for that. I do want to put this Octaver. It's just an incredible OC2, essentially. Not sure what drive I'll put. Kind of like thinking one of these two mainly. But quite frankly, not sure if I'm even going to add a drive. Thought about a fuzz. I've got the RC booster over there too. I'm definitely going to be putting this one on here. Compressor always on. And this is kind of like the best kind of compressor you can get. Kali 76, incredible. This is probably going to go on here, the Mood. Also thought about the particle. I don't think it's going to make it to this iteration of this board. Obviously, I can always change stuff around like I always do anyways. But I'm thinking this, I want to have the R1. For sure want to have the Halo. Thought about maybe having this one, Hot Wet American Bummer. It's a really fun delay. But this one will just give me a little bit more variety. I also do have the D1. And I thought I kind of like went over it. Some of the clips you probably saw had this and the D1 and a couple different pedals and had kind of like a layout already. But I've been thinking about it all day. And I'm not sure. I want to put the Halo probably over the D1 just because I find that even though the D1 has more presets on it and you can use MIDI on it, I kind of rather use the sounds on the Halo. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite delay pedals of all time. I did a video on it, put it here, but it's fantastic. This pedal's incredible. Does the delay stuff a lot, obviously, but does a little bit of reverb as well. I could technically just use this one and the Mood for what I'm trying to go for, but the R1 is such a cool pedal that I just kind of like want to add it on here because the reverbs on here are fantastic. So the idea is to have this one down here. The Kali 76 is going to go underneath. The drop is probably going to go somewhere around here. And I'm thinking maybe doing like this kind of like duration on the top. Maybe having this here. I've got 1, 2, 3. This is for sure going just because the DI really like that's like the main aspect. And for bass, this is a really cool preamp. Yeah, kind of like thinking maybe something like this. This one would also go out here. You can use it kind of like always as a, again, DI box, and then have the little, wherever the hell the pedal is, this one. So maybe something like this is kind of like what I'm envisioning, or like putting this one over here on the top, doing this kind of setup. This is kind of like why I think I'm not going to add a drive. I could also just do this. Like have this one here, have this here. I already tested this earlier. This is cool because I do get a little bit of access over here. I'm not sure if you can see it there. Got a little access here. So maybe if I do these 4 on the top, whoops, these on the bottom. Oh God. Maybe do something like this, and this will have to go in here somewhere. I don't think I'm gonna put this in the bottom. I might even just put it up. I'm not sure yet. Maybe put this over here and have this kind of like going out in the front. That way I can have cables, everything going out over through the front of the pedal board. Yeah, not sure. So I'm gonna probably do this, and you're gonna watch me doing all of this sped up. And yeah, this is gonna be a fun build. This pedal board's super cool. The concept I love, just being able to have stuff in 2 layers. I think it's fantastic. Instead of like building sideways, building up, I think it's a genius idea. And I've always wanted kind of like to have a Vertex board. Shout out to Gator, I guess, for collaborating with Vertex, and now I was actually able to, you know, get one a little bit faster. This is really cool. I'm stoked for this build. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun one, I promise.
tell me all your woes and all your wishes. I'm waking up and it seems like yesterday. You were the reason that I opened up my eyes, fed up with the limits of reality and the calamity. The sky is yellow and there's ashes in the air. The sandstorm is coming, I can see anything. The sandstorm is coming, it's taking you and everything. The sandstorm is coming, I can see anything. The sandstorm is coming, it's taking you and everything. The sudden movement of your hand against my face, I'm feeling better when I see you in my dreams. That subtle smile makes me wonder if I'm here, shaken by the calamity, my reality is drifting. The sky is yellow and there's ashes in the air. The sandstorm is coming, I can see anything. The sandstorm is coming, it's taking you and everything. The sandstorm is coming, I can see anything. The sandstorm is coming, it's taking you and everything. The sandstorm is coming, I can see anything. The sandstorm is coming, it's taking you and everything. The sandstorm is coming, I can see anything. The sandstorm is coming, it's taking you and everything.
Now to turn it on for the first time, those two would be on. That's dope. So this is the pedal board. This is how it turned out. This is the back of the pedal board, and yeah, that's how small it is. It's heavy, obviously, because there's a lot of stuff in here. That's pretty cool.